Welcome to PM Now, the project management podcast of Erste Group IT. My name is Patrick Sabo and I will be your host. In this episode, we will talk about the role, challenges and future responsibilities of a project officer. Now let me introduce Jana Halášová, who joined Erste Group IT at the beginning of 2018 and now is responsible for leading the team of Project Office Pool in Erste Group IT. Hello, Jana.
Hello, Patrick. Good afternoon.
And Kristina Nilaš, who started over 5 years ago working for Erste IT Data Warehouse Projects as a program management officer and currently works as a project manager. Hi, Kristina.
Hello, Patrick. Hello, Jana. Thank you very much for the invitation.
Jana, what's the difference between a project manager and a project officer?
I would simply describe the role of a project manager as a person responsible for planning, overseeing, and leading projects from the stage of an idea through to completion. This role requires a very wide range of activities like interaction with internal and external stakeholders, most often managing several moving project parts at once. And of course, due to the complexity and wide range of activities which need to be performed, there is usually support required. And this is where the project officer role comes to the rescue. In some companies, these two roles are not separated, and more junior project managers act as a support role to the more senior colleagues. In some other, there is a different naming, such as PMO or Project Management Office. Within our company, we define a project officer as right hand or extended arms, eyes, and brain of the project manager and supports him in daily operations to ensure a successful project performance. The project officer takes over responsibility for specific tasks and supports the team in the ongoing administration-related activities and the monitoring of the progress according to the agreed measures. And of course, all of this within the applicable set of procedures derived from the Erste Group PM policy and procedures. In some projects, we have our officers supporting only single tasks, like, for example, the financial tracking. On some other projects, our officers are involved in a wide spectrum of tasks or subtasks performed in project management. The project officer role is very important. It is actually a multitasking job and is covering a lot of topics at once. The involvement of a project officer on a project or program actually enables the project manager to focus on the other areas like the stakeholder management and leading all of the project parts to the successful delivery.
Yes, so just Jana mentioned, while the project manager manages the project itself, which is clear, the responsibilities of the project officer can vary. So there is no concrete consensus about how a project office must be set up and what a project office must do. Also, according to the PMI, there is no one-size-fits-all project office, but this can be tailored on different layers and even customized based on various target functions. But yeah, here we need to distinguish the different PO or PMO roles. Do we speak of PO as project office or project support office as single project management, or PMO as project management office as multi-project management, or program management office or portfolio management office, and so on and so on. Nevertheless, according to the Project Management Body of Knowledge Guide, it is stated that the responsibilities of PMO can range from providing a project management support to actually being responsible for the direct management of a project. So the answer to the question, do we need PMO, is, from my opinion, very simple. We should. Yes, we do. Because PMO is perceived by some only as a trend. By others, however, it is perceived as an answer to all the problems. Yeah, so in general, project officers have a core support functions for project managers. And really, regardless of authority level, support level, or hierarchy level, Yeah, but they not just only support the project manager, but also the entire project at the same time. And just like Jana said before, the project officers act also as extended arms, eyes, and brain of the project manager. And of course, the project officer can support the manager with different tasks like planning, resource tracking, status updates, scope management, up to following different methodologies and standards, even takes care of risk management, issue management, and so on. So there is really a lot of such to-dos. And especially within our heterogenic environment, ruled by really so many project types, large-size projects, group projects, value streams, and so on, it is really important to have a common language, share the same semantic, same interface.
Christina, what do you consider to be the biggest challenges for project officers?
Well, currently there are a lot of negative, or better to say, distorted perceptions of the value of the POs or PMOs. And what I just mentioned before, we're stating different type of PMOs. It is sometimes due to the lack of clear purpose or lack of clarity on PMO responsibilities within the respective institute, or it can be also the lack of PMO positioning on the authority level. Yeah, so a common perception is somehow PMO is all about forms and templates, which automatically leads to a weak buy-in, of course. Also based on Agile Management Office statistics, only a quarter of the senior management and project management sees the project office as a significant contributor to the organization, which of course shouldn't be the case. So there is still room for improvement. No? And because this misunderstanding has to be cleared out. Project office is the supportive unit, but is definitely not to be mixed up with an assistance role. And I'm really happy to be invited to this session and to have the chance to make this awareness. Yeah. Besides this, the Agile transformation is being also challenged for everyone and also for the project office. So there are many responsibilities and tasks which underlie to really strong changes. Yeah. So a few examples, of course, there is tracking. Instead of, like for process tracking via completed work packages versus plan, now we talk about velocity for performance tracking. Or there we have the planning. Instead of 1 year plan, we now have regularly updates, which is always adjusted based on the continuously updated roadmap. Another topic, the whole documentation. Instead of creating only once at the beginning, the business case, so one business case, one project plan, making sure to have all the business requirements together in one document, have also the service design specification. There is an update undertaken on a really regular basis for business case and all the other project documentation.
Yes, and as Christina has already mentioned, as an often repeating challenge is that the project officers are perceived as an assistant or attendant. The project officers are skilled. They are going through a lot of trainings, and also by the experience, they are gaining a lot of valuable knowledge, which is very beneficial for the successful project. As other challenges, I would say multitasking, flexibility, having a broad overview of the project and use tools, and as well as struggles with assignments on several projects at once while not losing the focus. For me personally, in role of a head of department of the project office pool, it is challenging to find the best match to the expectations, not only in skills, but also in personality point of view. Some people need more structure. Some need to work under pressure to have the best results. Some others are becoming ineffective when under a lot of stress. As it is a job where cooperation is the key, we need to consider also these aspects beside the skills.
Can we perceive the position of the project officer to be the bridge to become a project manager?
In most cases, yes. For majority of our team members, it is a natural and effective path towards the future of project manager role. In general, project officers are living in the project and they can observe what it actually takes to be a project manager. But this doesn't necessarily mean that all project officers would be good project managers. And on the other hand, not all project managers would be a good project officers. Although I must say, we also have people who don't want to pursue a project manager career. They aim to become a project officer expert and wish to remain to work in this field long term, which is also perfectly fine. But maybe Christina can add more to this.
Thank you, Jana. Well, in the summer of 2015, when I've joined very first Erste projects, I had the chance to work as program management officer, supporting the program management, of course. And I immediately noticed the high level of complexity, and I immediately recognized the need for a sound and stable process management, governance standards. So basically, a strong project management office. It is very easy to get lost into the details, while it is even more important to be able to have and to keep the big picture. So not to lose sight of the holistic view on the project or program in that case, of course. So I'm really happy for having had this this great opportunity to take this journey full of challenges, because really every day came with a new challenge. The permanent ad hoc analysis, reports, and of course the presentation making marathon for, different stakeholders, steering committees, decision bodies. Having the possibility to tackle so many topics within the project management helped me really a lot. So also in topics like change management, or area of requirements, context portfolio management, or financial project controlling, cost controlling, or even leading interviews with new members. Sometimes even act as a business analyst or a subject matter expert sometimes, really. So in my opinion, it is not just important, but really also crucial that for targeting a PM role, this path is undertaken, because only like get the real content insight and content understanding. Going through the entire project phases and project tasks, challenges, and to recognize the different shades of a project. So simply becoming from junior a senior, because this is how a project manager will become a good project manager. At least this is my feeling and my understanding.
Very interesting. Now let's talk about the vision. What is the future of project officer responsibilities in an Agile world?
So, Agile. Yes, this is the ubiquitous topic, the very omnipresent subject following us around. Agile versus waterfall, adaptive versus predictive, or even hybrid. No? Yeah, so I know that for many, PMO and Agile in combination is like an oxymoron. However, in 2008, Tamara Suleiman, she's a PMP certified PM. She wrote an article about Agile PMO and its role. Now, I really liked it how she described this topic. She's saying that through a transition to Agile software development methods, we as company or as an organization, we won't lose the need for benefits from managing groups of related projects. Also, the need for meeting strategic business objectives via portfolio management won't just disappear. But of course, through the transition to Agile, the way to meet these needs is automatically changed as well. And I'm really highlighting from the article that the key requirement of any Agile PMO is to support and facilitate Agile programs while staying true to the Agile Manifesto and Agile principles. Okay, good. And why this and how? Well, let's say we have a project in an Agile environment with Scrum implemented. everyone knows what to do, everyone is connected to everyone, work is going good. People are communicating with each other on a daily basis, clearing dependencies across teams, clearing impediments. You as manager are involved into details, so everything is super, right? Okay. Now, the question is whether the Scrum Master, for instance, can indeed take care of the progress measuring on a really effective and efficient way, even if the project team acts really as a very good self-steering mechanism. If they don't stick within a framework of standards, the chances are really high that this leads to waste of effort or waste of time and so on. But with an Agile PMO, which is in addition continuously seeking for standards, new standards, checking for really best practices, tools, templates, and so on, they can really help increasing quality and productivity of the team. So make sure to have the backlog set up properly, for instance.
Our company is facing a lot of changes and is also focusing on agile transformation. So we already are having hybrid projects or waterfall using agile tools and methods. As we know, the agile transformation doesn't happen from one day to another. Plus, in the future, there will be cross-divisional and complex group projects which will need support. The project office can work in a hybrid delivery organization and using tools from both. And of course, there are tasks that will still need to be in place even in agile project delivery: reporting, finances, risk management, resourcing of agile delivery teams, business cases, benefits realization. The agile focuses on delivering business value, but there still need to be metrics to measure it. There are departments taking care of these tasks in other agile organizations as well. They are just hidden under different names, such as Scrum Competence Center or Scrum Office and development support. Getting educated has been one of our top priorities in our project office pool, hand in hand with knowledge sharing. Now we need to steer more towards the agile topics. We already do have certified Scrum Masters in our team, and we aim to get more trainings in agile. I do believe the project officers are going to be a valuable support for our organization in combining delivery method approaches and manage the implementation, as well as play an important role in the early days of agile adoption as a translator and help the organization shift its mindset to agile and agility.
Thank you. That was all for today, and see you at our next episode.